Welcome back to the Wednesday edition of Beer Bros, when we have another week of Upslope Brewing Company. Upslope, we had them on before. We had an IPA, a Pale Ale, and a brown Ale, which were all pretty delicious, respectively, for their own reasons. This week, we've had so far a craft lager, which was kind of cool and refreshing, but not full of flavor like the previous week was. But let's move on to the next one. Are you ready?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Pass me on.
You know Keith's going to keep it in there, right?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And welcome back to the Wednesday edition. So we have today, foreign style stout, which is a limited release.
Sounds very dangerous.
Yes, I hope so. Oh, not so bad. 6.9% alcohol, so kind of in between. Can I get your glass, please, ma'am? This says ingredients of snow melt, malt, Patagonian hops, Irish ale yeast, and roasted barley. So I think this is going to be on the sweeter side. That's not as thick as some stouts I've seen out there. It is dark and very opaque, but it's not the thickness of it. It's kind of thick.
It's quite opaque.
I was trying to make you not feel as bad. So give it a smell.
Coffee.
It's kind of like a bitter coffee or something.
Irish coffee.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't smell as much. There's not as much aromatics in there as I was hoping. It smells like a stout somewhat. It's not heavy, but maybe it's because our beer is too cold. But let's give it a shot anyway. Are you ready? Clinky. You have to clink me. Drink. Oh, yes. That's just drinky. Cheers. Has a full stout flavor.
But
the texture is not as heavy and thick on the tongue as I was.
Bubbly.
Yeah.
Effervescent. No, it's not truly effervescent. It's bubbly.
But it's more tingly than a traditional stout. It's not heavy motor oil-esque. It's somewhere between that and like a traditional ale. It's still like.
That's an easy stout.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. That's a very good way to put it. It's an easy stout.
It's an easy stout. It's foreign, so it's probably French.
That's pretty good. It kind of. You said foreign. It got me thinking. Like maybe it's kind of like Belgian style. I don't know how to explain it.
The Belgians are even weaker than French. So.
It does taste like a European beer. European style to me means kind of like silkier feeling and texture. As stouts go.
Mm-hmm.
As stouts go, that would have a little more silky. There's that stout texture, but there is a little bit of silky texture as well. It's not as heavy motor oil thick, but it's still heavy. It's just an interesting stout overall. There was a slight taste of roasted malts in there that I wouldn't say coffee. Let me see. Maybe somewhat like a bitter chocolate. Like the.
There's an herbal tea called Roast Aroma that smells similar to coffee, but this mimics that pretty well.
Interesting. Who makes Roast Aroma?
Celestial Seasonings.
Celestial Seasoning. That's a lot of alliteration there.
Celestial Seasonings. Yeah. It's my favorite type of herbal teas because they put fun animal colors and pictures on their boxes, and I'm very susceptible to any and all advertising that has animals on it.
Yes, I know. So, with that, I think we're going to draw this Wednesday edition to a close. A very delicious, intriguing stout. It kind of tastes like, to me, if it were aged in like a wine barrel or something like that, or some kind of. There's some kind of sweetness that's interesting in that European style texture that I'm getting. I may be completely wrong, and maybe just Americans. Well, I said foreign, but I don't know. To me, it's an intriguing stout, and I would have it again.
Thinking that's like the Ryan Gosling of beers, maybe, and that's probably. I'm thinking Gerard Butler.
I was thinking the exact same thing because you said Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
You're going to help our women demographic very well. Not very well, is it right? You're going to help us very well.
You're going to help us a lot.
You're gonna help us a lot. You're gonna help our
Yes.
women's demographic a lot.
Improve.
You're gonna, okay, that.
Improve.
So, with that, like, comment, subscribe down below. Thank you for joining us on our Wednesday edition of Beer Bros. So, thank you, Ryan Gosling and Gerard Butler, for visiting us today on Beer Bros. Beer Bros out.
How long were you holding that one in?
That just came up. I was like, alright, now's the time.
Beautiful. Let it loose. Let it fly. I was trying to think of another, like, I could have said Clive Owen,